Hello from the Dukascopy TV studio in Geneva. We're talking about international money transfer, and we're having the fintech specialist here, TawiPay, and François Briod. He is the CEO and co-founder. Welcome to the studio, François.
Thanks for having me, Daniel.
So can you tell us a little bit what TawiPay is about and what services you can offer?
Sure. Imagine you are remitting money from your salary in Swiss francs to your bank account in France in euro. Paying an hotel night in New York, or even send money to your family back home in India. Chances are that you are paying very high transfer fees and hidden currency exchange rate margins. So when you send money internationally, as soon as you need to convert the money, there are high fees and complexity that is implied. So at TawiPay, we offer a web-based and independent comparison engine to let you find and compare all the different options for your money transfers. We will help you save drastically on transfer fee by finding the best options, be it the cheapest, the fastest, or the most trustful. But we also give you information to make sure that your decision is correct and help you through the process.
And how does it work? How do you find out the information, and is it safe?
Of course. So we gather a lot of different information from the web to be able to compute live rates of money transfer services, and we only reference money transfers that are regulated and serious.
Okay, and so you brought some numbers. What are they about?
So what we discovered, because we were involved with money transfers for a lot of time. I've been sending money to Cameroon since 16 years to fund the operation of a nonprofit I co-founded with my brother and cousins. And in our case, transfer fees have always been a high expense for us. But we also quickly realized, as those numbers shows, that we are not alone having these problems. That's numbers from the World Bank that says that in 2014, more than 200 million migrants have been sending money home to their families, but also paid a lot of transfer fees, $45 billion US. That's very impressive. That's the equivalent of the Kenyan's GDP. And that's 8% in average of fees in a financial transaction. 8%, that's quite a lot. And when you realize that this money is used in developing countries where most of the money is flowing directly by people to pay for basic needs, to fund education, to pay for healthcare, that's a situation where every dollar counts.
And so this is when you started to think about your own startup and developed TawiPay, right?
Exactly. So the story comes from this nonprofit background where we were sending the money ourselves to Cameroon, but the idea was to have a social impact through entrepreneurship tools, and that's what is the mission that drives us. And we use also the same calculation as the World Bank to compute this number, $28 billion US. That's the number that migrants could have saved in 2014 using solutions or services that were already referenced today on TawiPay, and we keep adding more.
And so this number is central. So what is 582 billion about?
So that's the total market for remittances or personal international money transfers. And that's already huge, but we could also see ourselves expanding into travel money, non-profit or small and medium enterprise B2B transfers. So there is a lot of use case where you need to have the right information to make a decision about which is the best way to transfer your money. But what is also interesting is in this huge market is how it is rapidly evolving. There is a shift thanks to new technology and new business models. There are new companies popping out every month, and that's great for the customers. And from our side, we see a great potential for our comparison website, as our investment thesis is quite simple. It's a macro play in the industry, taking a strong foothold in the value chains, getting the contact with the migrants with this information that we provide them, and getting valuable creation of value in this value chains.
So your market is on the one hand targeted to developing countries, but on the other hand it really targets that developed countries like Europe and the US, say it right?
Sure. So when we speak about remittances, we are talking about migration patterns. It's people who have changed their country to work and that are sending money back home. And of course, the people who are sending the money have different patterns. They will go to Europe, the US, or within global South countries and sending money back home. And 3/4 of those flows are going towards developing countries where it's often quite a huge percentage of the country's GDP that is those remittances inflows.
Mm-hmm. And so what is your relationship with existing bank and money transfer operators?
Sure. So our service is not only useful for the end customers, but it's also interesting for money transfer operators so that they can showcase their unique selling proposition, gain the trust of the customers, and at the end of the day, mean more sales for them. So what we are offering them is through affiliate partnerships that we have in place. We are all the clients that we are sending their way, we are retributed a commission on the commission.
So can you quickly give us a number? So how much turnover did you do in the recent month? And so where do you see your company in the months to come?
Yeah, sure. So first of all, we have worked very hard on the product, and a lot of complexity of the market is actually hidden behind the scenes. So we are now being able to operate our websites globally, and our mission now is to put this information in front of as many people as possible. So some quick numbers. For example, last month we have had around 10,000 users visiting the website and consulting the information that we provide, and we keep expanding those.
And so, again, in a nutshell, so what is the key selling point for people who work in a different country or who are in a country and just need to transfer money?
Sure. So on your money transfers, it's quite complex, and you are not sure that the solution that you are using today is the right one. There is a lot of fees that you are maybe not aware of, for example, hidden in the currency exchange rate margin. And on TawiPay, we've done the job for you. We have process a lot of information about a lot of different services, and we have make all this information displayed in a comparable fashion and also comprehensible. So you'll see all the different options that you have depending on your needs. Do you have a bank account? Do you need cash? Do you have a mobile phone that is enabled with mobile payment, for example? And then you can choose the best option for you, and you will save drastically on transfer fees.
Thank you very much, François Briod from TawiPay, for being here today and sharing this information with us.
Thanks, Daniel.
And thanks for watching. Do make sure to keep clicking back on the Dukascopy TV website for latest updates and exclusive interviews, for example, on FinTech. Have a great day and see you next time.